Today we are exploring the city of San Juan Capistrano, one of Orange County's most southern cities. In fact, it is the second most south city, and then you start to get into San Diego County. So San Juan Capistrano sort of sits a little north and in between of Dana Point and San Clemente. So today we're going to be looking at three different homes. The first one is going to be a $3 million, 4,500 square foot house. And I think San Juan Capistrano is one of the more underrated cities in Orange County because you can get a lot of home and typically you get larger lot sizes as well for significantly less money than you can in other cities. We are going to be taking a look at three different homes today. One is a detached condo for a little over 1.1 million, and then a single family home for around 1.3, 1.4 million, and then the first one, of course, the $3 million home. So this will be great for those first-time home buyers that are thinking of getting a detached home, entry-level single-family home in Orange County, as well as those buyers that are looking to upsize, maybe buy their final house in a city like San Juan Capistrano. Now, there is a lot of Spanish history in San Juan Capistrano. For example, Mission in San Juan was one of the first areas that were settled in Orange County, I believe, around 200 years ago. There's a pretty cool history behind this city. So there is a lot of Spanish influence, and you will notice that in some of the homes in the city as well. Now, as far as the general market in Orange County, we've had a lot more normalization. We had 3% appreciation last year, and that is a very normal market because a lot of buyers and sellers have been used to the 20%, 15% appreciation that happened in 2021, 2022, and 2023. But we are back to a more normal market where homes are not appreciating that much. We did see a bit of a cool down in the second half of 2024, where almost every single month home values were depreciating. So we went up 10% in the first half of the year, and then we cooled down around 7% in the second half of the year. And that was basically because of active listings. New listings were reduced, however, active listings were increasing. And that is primarily due to buyer demand decreasing. We saw a huge decline in pending sales over the last 4 to 5 months. Now, as far as San Juan Capistrano specifically, median sales price here is around $1,230,000, and we did have 3% appreciation in this city last year. Similar to Orange County, prices soared in the first half of the year and then had a pretty sharp decline in the second half. In fact, the median sales price in June of 2024 here was a little below $1.6 million. So a pretty substantial difference between where we peaked and where we ended the year. So right now, there is a lot more buying opportunity in San Juan Capistrano, a lot more negotiating happening. So if you're a buyer, you're interested in this area, I highly recommend considering it. Now, days on market has increased. We are now taking roughly 41 days for a home to get into escrow in San Juan Capistrano, and that was previously a hotter seller's market, taking around 20 days in June of 2024. Now, active listings have declined by around 30%. In June of 2024, we peaked around 90, and now we're sitting at 60 homes available on the market right now. So if we saw active listings continue to increase in the second half of 2024, that would lead me to believe that we will see prices deteriorate in 2025. But because we saw active listings declining in the second half of 2024, I believe we're going to have prices appreciate in the first half of 2025 because there are less homes available for buyers to choose from, and as a result, there will likely be more multiple offers happening in the first half of 2025. Now, as far as what homes are selling for on average, the percent of original list price to sales price is 96%. So that means homes on average are selling for 4% below what they are originally listed for. So that doesn't include how many price cuts they have. So if a house is listed for $1 million, on average, it's going to sell for $960,000. So, as I mentioned, more opportunity for buyers right now. I think the first 2 months of this year, there will be less multiple offers, but I think once we approach March, April, May, that is when the multiple offers will likely start happening again. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Iain Phillips. I'm a local realtor here in Orange County, and I service every single city. I do these videos around once a week showcasing different homes that are available, talk about what's been going on in the market in the city as well as the overall market in Orange County. So if you like the video, subscribe. I'll be doing one of these every single week, as well as other Orange County specific real estate content. And if you're interested in a city here, you can send me a text or give me a call, send me an email. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. And if you're looking to buy or sell in Orange County, reach out. I'd love to chat and see if I'd be a good fit for you. Let's go take a look at the first home for around $3 million. Here is the front of the house, and this home is in a gated community. The HOA is only around $300 a month, which is very reasonable for a guard gated community. Entering into the home, have a little office / den on the right here. Family room. Immediately you notice how much natural light this home has. Little courtyard here. And over this way there is a gate that enters into the garage. Little half bath, laundry room, and this is the main living room. The house is essentially completely remodeled. Quartz countertops, double oven, sub-zero fridge, little sort of secondary pantry over here, 6-burner stove, quartz countertop backsplash, dining nook. I love how high the ceilings are. This home was built in 2007, so it's fairly new. Backyard, the lot size is around 8,500 square feet. I love this entertainment area here, built-in barbecue, little fire pit. Pretty good sized backyard. Let's go take a look at the rest of the home. See what upstairs looks like. So on the stairs, you do have luxury vinyl plank. And it looks like the top floor is the same as well. Downstairs was tile. So another little den here. This is huge. Games room, movie room. You could put a pool table here if you wanted to. So much space in a 4,500 square foot house. Lots of windows, full bathroom attached to this bedroom. This is another guest room and another full bathroom. I like that the rooms have their own bathroom rather than sharing. That's always a bonus. Is there anything behind here? Oh, here we go. Little linen storage, full bathroom here, another guest room. This bedroom is kind of hidden. Let's go take a look at the primary. Such a quiet home as well. Everything's dual pane. Wow. Enormous primary room. Little Juliet balcony, fireplace. First closet. Does it connect? No, just a little extra space here. Standing shower. Subway tile. And that's the bathroom. And you have a soaking tub as well. So there's 2 entrance doors to this shower. That's kind of cool. Big tub, second sink, second closet over here. Beautiful.
What a gorgeous home. Let's go take a look at the rest.
So that was a $3 million home in San Juan Capistrano in a gated community and 4,500 square feet, essentially completely remodeled. Now, that house has been sitting on the market for over 50 days as I'm making this video. And that kind of goes to show you how much the market has slowed down, because I think that home is very reasonably priced, especially considering what other 4,500 square foot homes look like in all of Orange County. I think that's a pretty good deal. And that just reinforces my point that if you are a buyer looking in San Juan Capistrano and other parts of South Orange County, there are a lot more deals happening right now that are unheard of considering the last 2 to 3 years. So the next one we're going to be looking at is a single family home for a little under $1.4 million. Now it is completely different. It is 1,300 square feet. And this would be more for the first time home buyer, or maybe someone who's looking to get out of a condo slash townhome into a detached single family home, have a proper backyard. This would be for that particular buyer. This home does have a lot size of a little over 7,000 square feet, so pretty decent for a $1.4 million home in Southern Orange County. Now, whether you like it or not, the home doesn't have an HOA. Some people love that, some people don't. The perks of an HOA is the community is held to specific standards that you cannot violate. So if a house is getting run down, the HOA demands that that homeowner fixes it, and as a result does not bring down your property value. But if you are not in an HOA and your neighbor lets their house go to shit, they're not looking after it, it's run down, then that can devalue your home. So there are pros and cons. I would say majority of people prefer to not have an HOA, but it's just personal preference. I do want to talk about mortgage rates very briefly, because what has been going on is not what majority of people anticipated. Now, I put out a video about 2 weeks before the Fed started cutting rates saying I thought mortgage rates would actually increase after the Fed did their rate cut, because mortgage rates are very forward looking. Excuse me, there's a lot of bumps here. Mortgage rates are very forward looking, and they already started going down in anticipation of the Fed cutting rates. So the Fed has cut rates by 1% since their first rate cut, and mortgage rates have gone up 1% since they started cutting rates. So what you need to look out for in terms of where mortgage rates are going to be headed is the primary one, unemployment rate. We have unemployment numbers coming out every single month, and if the unemployment rate goes up, then expect mortgage rates to go down. If unemployment rate goes down, then mortgage rates will go up. The other primary economic data point you're paying attention to is inflation. Inflation has been rampant for the last 4 years, 3 years. It's been the primary subject in terms of where rates are going to be headed. But if you look back for the last 8 months, unemployment has affected mortgage rates specifically a lot more. Now, as far as inflation goes, if we continue to go higher, mortgage rates will also go higher. If we continue to go lower, there is a huge argument that the Fed could cut rates more in 2025. Now, there's a huge debate between economists, between news websites as to where inflation is going to go. Majority of people think inflation is going to reignite, but there are a few people that think we could actually see deflation this year. As far as what I think mortgage rates are probably going to stay a little higher for longer. I think we're going to be hovering between 6 and 7% until we get that official economic data point showing that unemployment is going up as well as inflation is going down. That will allow the Fed to cut rates properly and continue cutting rates. So that's my brief discussion on mortgage rates, because it is a hot topic right now. Let's go take a look at the second house. Okay, here we are at the second home. This is a smaller single family house. Now, interesting to note, this house is a flip. They bought it in June of last year for 1.1 million. And now it's been on the market since November of 2024 for 1.4 million.
So I expect they're going to be doing a pretty large price drop at some point, because if they didn't buy the home for cash, they have a large monthly payment and it's eating away at their profits. But let's take a look at the house. So we have updated kitchen, quartz countertops, luxury vinyl plank, nice little living room here, fireplace. I like the smoothed out ceilings. Family room here. I suppose you could turn this into the formal dining room if you didn't want this table here. Garage is through here. Backyard. Remember, a lot size, a little over 7,000 square feet. And there's no HOA. So you could build out your backyard a little bit if you wanted to. Looks like an orange tree. A lot of space. I like how big this lot size is. The home itself, I do like the fact that it wasn't a flip and they put it on the market 30 days after buying it. So that tells me that a little more time and effort went into the flip. Sometimes you see flips where they buy it and literally 3 or 4 weeks later it's on the market. So this is not one of those. Full bathroom, one of the guest rooms. They have it set up as an office. Another guest room here. Remember, the house is only 1,300 square feet. Not a whole lot of closet space, but you could probably build the house out if you wanted to and expand some square footage, because it's a big lot for a house that isn't that big. I like this standing shower. They did a good job here. So that's the second home. Now we're gonna go take a look at a detached condo.
Okay, my thoughts on that home. It's overpriced. Obviously, most people watching this will know that $1.4 million for that does not make sense. I think they bought that house for too much money. $1.1 million for a 1,300 square foot home is already fairly expensive. And to try and flip that for a profit, I don't think that was a good idea. That's just my opinion. You can tell the house has been sitting on the market for over 2 months with no price reduction. It means they're probably set on that price. Now, maybe someone sees it, falls in love with it. I don't know. But I think they need to drop the price by $100,000 and then they might get an offer. That's just my opinion. Now, you could build the house out, but if you bought that house for $1.4 million with plans to expand the square footage, you would not be gaining equity in that house. It would cost you too much money. And I think you would have a negative return if you did that, unless you were just going to buy the house, hold it for 10 years. Then it doesn't really matter too much. But that's my opinion of that home. The next house we're going to take a look at is a detached condo, so essentially a single family home. It is bigger. It's just under 1,700 square feet. So it'll be interesting to see the difference. Now the house is listed for $1,170,000, so much less. However, it does have an expensive HOA. That is going to be what affects this home from selling for its list price. The HOA, it pains me to say, is $750 per month. Now, because it's detached, I don't even think that covers all exterior maintenance. If a condo or townhouse is attached, meaning it shares a roof, it shares a couple walls, then the HOA is responsible for all exterior maintenance. But I would need to double check if the HOA is responsible for exterior maintenance of this particular home. But a $750 a month HOA affects your mortgage substantially. And in an environment where mortgage rates are still at or slightly above 7%, I think a lot of people will second guess buying a home like this strictly for the HOA. And say you're putting 20% down, you're getting a loan for $950,000 roughly. That means your mortgage payment is already high. And on top of property taxes plus an HOA of $9,500 a year, that hurts. So I think this home is going to have a substantial price drop because that HOA, that is painful. And the house has already been on the market for 62 days at the time I'm making this video. So obviously people are not interested in this home at this price. And that further reinforces my opinion that if you are a buyer in San Juan Capistrano, and by the way, neighboring cities are also seeing this as well, San Clemente, Dana Point, and a little in central Orange County, homes are sitting longer. And I'm recommending my buyers that we write offers 5% below list price, maybe even a little higher. And there's a good chance you can get it accepted. At the very least, you'll get a counter and we can start the negotiating process. But anyway, let's go take a look at this home and we can compare it to the $1.4 million house we just took a look at.
Okay, let's take a look at this home. There is not a main road, but a kind of a busy street there. It's not too bad, but just something to note. Nice side yard here. I do see a Tesla power wall, so I imagine there's solar on this home. Looks like it. Sunrun and Tesla battery bank. Really high ceilings. Wow. Dining room over there. Beautiful kitchen. They did a really good job. Quartz countertops. Nice. 5-burner stove. Double oven. Can we take a look outside? Windy. Small backyard with fake grass, but it's a pretty nice view. Smaller backyard than the previous home, but this home does have a view. This is a larger home. The ceilings are taller, so it feels a lot bigger as well. Let's go take a look at the rest. Flooring is luxury vinyl plank. 1 bedroom. Full bathroom. The house has been really nicely updated, I will say that. 2nd guest room. Garage is here. Take a look. Yep. 2-car. And this is the primary. High ceilings in the primary, which is really nice. Little private patio here. This is a nice primary room. Dual sinks, closet, bigger closet than the last house. Really nice standing shower. Let's go take a look at the bonus area on this spiral staircase. So you have a den up here. This could easily be turned into a 4th bedroom. This is a really nice home, actually. I like it. Big closet. Beautiful house.
Okay, so that was 3 completely different homes in San Juan Capistrano. I actually did really like the last one. It is a beautifully remodeled home. They did a great job. Location is really nice as well. It's just that HOA that unfortunately does affect the house pretty substantially, but it's a pretty large home for a little under $1.2 million. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if there's a city you're interested in. And once again, I am a local realtor in Orange County. If you have any questions about the market here or city specific questions, reach out. I'd love to chat. And if you're looking to buy or sell, you can either text me, send me an email, or just call me directly. My information is in the description below, and I'll see you in my next video.